Okay, and we have this month is a kind of adventure news. Everybody, but in the Santa Cruz mountains we have a fire, and but how beautifully safe and protected Pema Ösel Ling, all buildings never got any damage, and I thought everybody wanted to know, everybody worried and concerned, and I have so many telephone calls, and we decided to send this video to all of you, and we will show more detail about how fire damage we got, how safe, protect Pema Ösel Ling all buildings, includes the stupa and the statue and everything, how beautiful it is good news. Then I want to sharing feelings with all of you. Then you can see how we are taking part of different vision that you can see. And I did say some advice how to emotional and like we have Santa Cruz, we have a fire someplace, a tornado someplace, earthquake. You know, this is samsara, always different version of sufferings, suffering, that's not called the samsara. But then also we have so fortunate to have a Dharma, we have a teacher, and how to do that kind of helpful to the experience, obstacle, emotional comes, and Dharma is only helpful. Then I did mention some, but you can read in Chuyinzi, chapter 11, and the flood of Garuda, song number 13, and it's really good. One way is obstacle, but the other way makes a big improvement for your practice. This kind of my own experience is a difficult time and the practice when you do your meditation progress much better than a long retreat, because it's kind of tense. How much a tense experiencing of emotional and that much deeper, profound realization of a Dharma view you can get, and it's so helpful. And please check, put in the practice and read Gozalame Shalom, how impermanences are. Through recognition of impermanence will reveal and permanent, unchangeable, and long-lasting vastness. Happiness is reveals that way. For the ordinary people can be painful, suffering, but we have a good fortune to the practitioner on how to be helpful and take, put in the practice. And that's all. Thank you. Here, how Pema Ösel Ling side is, how green it is, whole mountain, how completely got burned. You can see over there on the other side, but the whole of this area is stayed totally green. You know how protected and safe it is. You can compare with how big a fire, whole mountain got burned, how area of Pema Ösel Ling how protected so beautifully in the green. That kind, you can see it a little bit. Guru Rinpoche, any kind of dangers for the particular this kind obstacle, Guru Rinpoche will manifest in a form with the, again, Guru Rinpoche with the 5 elements of Dakinis. That's the prayer. And we translated normally daily practice we do Emaho, Tsuvukas, Pema Dombola. We start, usually we do in English. That's so effective. There's nothing to be worried or danger. Guru Rinpoche's blessing is unfallible. If our faith and devotion is not shaky and stable, then it's truly, like my own lifetime. I have so much experience. And I was 14 years old in Tibet. We have a huge earthquake. But anyone having that difficulty time, anyone remembers, and Guru Rinpoche and the Dunjom, as nobody got hurt. That shows our faith and devotion is unshaky. Blessing, penetration is always right in front of you, never separate. This area is a bookstore area, how protected, and the whole that area by the fire, but how protected the kitchen area and the bookstore area. As I say, how close fire it is, but still how safe it is. See fire came that way, all this mountainside, but then all kitchen area and the bookstore escaped, and whole this hillside got burned, fire all the way, went through this amphitheater. Somebody said this redwood bottom skin part will they will come back, except that root got fired. Otherwise, this will won't make a damage. We're hoping that can be protected, and also. Lama Sanungla's idea is we can expand more decks and make it more bigger than before. Hopefully this will okay. This is the main project now. The amphitheater got acquired all of these benches used to be. The other part got burned. And these benches are still, now we're trying to remodel it, but not all. Some of it got burned, but most stayed. And now they try to clean the redwood. Now the burned part. Hopefully redwood will save and protect. And the cleaning now, and the rebuild, the planning to rebuild the whole this deck and the benches. Lama Tharchin Rinpoche clean this rock pieces. Then they rebuild again. Our main project is to rebuild this one. And we should, most of the time we're using this amphitheater for the wedding. Now they're digging any kind of fire damage through the root of redwood.
Talking about rebuilding the amphitheater, and one of the firemen came up and said, "Here's a donation. He just found this blowing in the wind." Can you see? Our first donation. From the sky.
Move to how close to the water tanks and the roundhouse of fire, but the roundhouse itself is totally protected. We could go over there. See fire hold this area, and it came to the water tank, and this is a plastic, but it's still not got a damage. And through here to all this water tank, and not far. See how pipes are. Oh God. But the water tank is safe, got the kind of magic protection. Fire is all over this area, through the whole hillside, but this roundhouse is totally safe and it didn't got any damage. Wonderful we have a circumstance, always beneficial. We did dedicate this to all Dharma for all sentient beings in order to release suffering, long term and short term. Actually, when we need it, it's always there. It's so useful, so positive, and plus all our teachers, Gyabje Dongse Rinpoche, Loben Jime Rinpoche, and Kembo Ogyen Tene, and also the principal and the Tsering called India, Mindolin Monastery, everybody praying, and plus all our sangha, everybody in America knows this kind of news and the TV, everybody praying. then all this faith, devotion, power, and the blessings is totally how manifest. It's amazing. And Lama Sonam's, his knowledge, his effort, how make so beautiful, totally Pema Ösel Ling is unrecognizable. And especially this kind of time, and much, much beautiful than even before. So it's a completely descended blessing, is a life present, and you can feel it. I want to tell all of you how happy I am and how happy all of our sangha under need of Dinjum father and the sons, blessing, protection under the umbrella of both the Dinjum son and the fathers. How lucky we are now. You can see on the right in front of you how blessing meditation works. Not only this kind of momentary thing, and as soon as we have this kind of feeling, encouraging, inspiring, faith and devotion, trust, unfailable, totally, and that encourages the practice get deeper, and the result get better, more powerful, and see helicopter saying, that's right. And also birds singing and kind of proving naturally. And this kind of experience, when you feel how strong faith, devotion, trust in Dharma, blessing is a penetration right there. And having feeling this kind of when you die, when you remember Guru Rinpoche, that's good enough. Now we're having temporarily this kind of obstacle. Just remember Guru Rinpoche, that's enough. And next life, in moment when our death, and think about Guru Rinpoche, you will wake up in Guru Rinpoche's Pure Land, because that our mind is how connected with the Guru Rinpoche and engaged with our mind with the Guru Rinpoche, and the Guru Rinpoche's blessing is inseparably with you always. What we have in Pema Ösel Ling is a big land. There's 2 ponds, and 1 pond in the Pema Ösel Ling, other pond in Sangha Chökhor Ling. All this fire department and the fire trucks the parked here, and the whole area water, the helicopter, and also fill the truck with our water. It's benefited so many other people right away. And these firefighters are incredible helpful for us. And our land and the waters is right there. It's just perfect for them and everybody. It just made me to cry. This perflux, how untouched with flame. And the whole hillside with the fire, but with the flying like it's incredible. Fire from area here, but not in the cabin. And this is the used to be bushes and kind of things, but now become totally naked all the way down there. Rainy season. Obstacle. Fire goes down, but the stupa area, fire didn't even go close. It's totally protected. Sign. There's a stupa down there, statues this side. Oh, okay, we don't go out there. And fire learn the language very well. Now we can go through that way, see how this Pema Ösel Ling side, and we can go see how Guru Rinpoche's area is so incredibly powerful, beautiful, much greener than before, right in the middle of all of this. Wow, look at this one.
How are you?
Good. Food or something. I want to say what happened at this time, all circumstances how came together, and a blessing from Gyabje Dongse Rinpoche. When I told you a little bit, but more everybody, I'm letting you to know when we had a fire happening, a whole mountain going fire, we called Gyabje Dongse Rinpoche. Then he called back right away to Lama Sonam. He said, Lama Sonam said, fire is all over the mountain now. And the Rinpoche said, I think it will okay. That's what he said. Then we are laughing. I don't mean not trust him, but the difficulty is that no way to guess this whole mountain is in the fire, except you are Vajra Kilaya or Dorje Tole standing inside the flame. But then that's totally his prediction, his blessing, protection, how it worked. And all of that is incredible, makes generally how Dharma, protector works, and especially Gyabje Dongse Rinpoche. He totally put an umbrella right above the Pema Ösel Ling, and the fire every direction never touched to, even though our neighbors got burned, everything, whole mountain, but Pema Ösel Ling is completely untouched by fire. This incredible magical display that we call the magical display. That way, we, normally we visualize a protection Vajra dome, but then this kind of demonstration, how actually work, what that means as a demonstrating, that makes it more faith, devotion, trust in the Triple Gem, and our teacher, inseparable. That's the wonderful things to the experience and share with all of you. That's what we're doing. And the circumstance, and I did say it, but you know how happened all these things. And the fire department, I truly want to say thank you, 100,000 times from bottom of my heart. They are incredibly the best bodhisattva action is they're performing. And we all togetherness, what helpful for them and the county and the people of the mountain. We have this is a vast land, 300 acres, over 300 acres. And the fire department completely, settled of our land. Then there's 50 helicopters and taking water from our Pema Ösel Ling pond and the Sangha Chökhor Ling pond. This boat is so much available for people, and so much it makes it easier for us, their help, and plus our Dharma protectors. All this circumstance coming together is incredible. I want to say everybody should thankful for the, of course, the Triple Gem and the fire department. Totally helpful. These people are so incredible, kind of selflessly and helping and saving other people's life, other people's house. It's just unbelievable. I want to say thank you for government and local and particular fire department. They are incredibly wonderful. I want to say thank you. All of that, a combination of that result is that so many people they're protected, but especially for us, they're truly thankful. I want to say thank you all so much. And this kind of just giving news, what happened actually you can see, but not only this one, this case, our circumstance, the Muslim fire danger, but not only this one, and everywhere. There's so many tornado problems related with the water and the wind elements, and earthquake problems and the fire problems. All these elements, what kind of obstacle for treading so many beings. All of these. Then how we can recognize this. One way, there are obstacles are serious, and the other way, what effect is so many, this kind of obstacle will totally encouraging us to how to have a faith, trust in the Dharma with the immaterial wisdom phenomena is how reliable it is. Ultimately, long-term, short-term, only brings a happiness. Because otherwise we're having so much concentrated, trusted, believing in the material phenomena, then that will shows us impermanence, which is all kind of compounded phenomena, what is the ending result? It's just like this. And the elements, based on the elements, they changes, then cause suffering. All kind of causing suffering is, remember, source of where it's coming from. It's changiness. Everything changes, then we suffer. Then this Dharma, how helpful it is. You can experience positive qualities. Then we know totally not it's useful positive qualities, enjoy, use, but totally 100% rely on material positive. And also doesn't have to be so much effect with the changiness when occur. Dharma is so vast. When we see this kind of unreliable phenomena, material phenomena, we totally trust, hope, but it is some kind of obstacle comes. Who will protect? That's the Guru Rinpoche. This lifetime's obstacle, suffering, who can protect us? Guru Rinpoche. And the Pardo, soon as this life set, what kind of fearful phenomena of delusion appears, the Pardo phenomena, who can protect that? Guru Rinpoche. And the next lifetimes, all what kind of experience we will have next lifetimes. Who can protect that? That's a Guru Rinpoche. Guru Rinpoche is a wisdom inseparable from our original Buddha nature, which is undiluted, undefiled state of wisdom. But the Guru Rinpoche is a manifestation of our own Buddha nature, inseparable way. External material manifestation phenomena, Guru Rinpoche's, and how to connect it to this Dharma, bringing to the inseparably our original nature, how to integrate, how to make a familiarness, this first to recognize how to stabilize, and result is unchangeable, unshakable wisdom phenomena, all pervasive, clear, luminous, vastness, peacefulness. And that state, when we stabilize, of course, doesn't make any fear, never brings a fear to our mind. Remember great perfection Tantra saying, Rigpa sola neba yi sisum jigyang ngandra me. And our view, meditation, action, how to integrate, you can stabilize our own Buddha nature awareness of Rigpa, and when recognized, how to familiar, maintaining a result, how to stabilize, then you stay being with the present of awareness. That this three world is going to upset down. There's no fear because that awareness is not a subjective phenomenon, not an objective phenomenon. And as soon as it's something not subject, not object, not a material, never changes, never going to make any changeness. That's the truth. It's always how important it is. And I want to tell you in my lifetimes, I was 14 years old in Tibet. We have a huge earthquake, and the whole mountain fell down. A river stops, the whole country become lake. Even though there's nothing all where I live, Tibet is a Congo area, whole house made out of stone wall, and everything fell down. The whole town is after 1 month, it totally smells like a rotten meat. People plants or all animals, incredible major damage. But anyone remembers Guru Rinpoche, anyone said Dunjum Rinpoche's name, and anyone who remembered that moment, they saved and protected their life, even though that kind of time. And the same way, and always does that. It's just, we have to remember, we have to have a trust, faith, our own Buddha nature inseparable with Guru Rinpoche. Then we are safe, protected, this life, Bardo time, next life. That's a forever most safest place to anyone can, and best who can abiding Dharmakaya, which is all pervasive phenomena, unchangeable phenomena, wisdom phenomena. That's the best. Even though not believing in the Dharma, it so much helps, and we not expected or depend 100% on this material phenomena. We are carrying this impermanence, thinking how to change that impermanence into the permanent, stabilized Dharmakaya, unshakable phenomena, wisdom phenomena. That's a training process. Having this kind of believing and based on the material is a changeable phenomena, and believing in our own nature is a Dharmakaya, unchangeable phenomena, that's a tremendously pain, suffering, knowing, believing, understanding some structure of Buddha Dharma. Then we studying that all the time, we learn all the time, and something happened. We not shockingly the suffering. Yeah, that's what Dharma said. This happened. Of course, it is. But then that's it. Without Dharma, then that's it. We're suffering, then pain, miserable. That's all we have a choice. But having Dharma is a helpful, is the other dimension to recognize how at least anyone believe in the karma, believe in the Dharma, is suffering is not even near to ordinary people. Such as like I will tell you a story. Suzanne and Deshin, they had 2 cabins. Got outside their cabin has a propane tank. As that exploded, that got damaged. But these both of them never upset or any upset, or they're not suffering. There's so much having space inside of your mind, having so much space, and it's not 100% rely on material phenomena. They not have even near to suffering by any others. It's so happy, joyful, appreciate their life. Now we can maintain, continue this kind of experience will bring Dharma, make a more stabilize the view, and for example, like that kind of so helpful. Change, fear goes away. I told the other time our sangha, Dell, doctor examining, doctor found it blood cancer. That the first bad news of what he hearing, doctor said you won't live more than 2 months. He's not shocking. He said, oh, good timing, my money ran out anyway.
It's so much there's a support, trust, not rely on 100% material. It's inner, it's Dharma is just unbelievable. You know, this kind of story is not like a ancient time something did and some is now actually right in front of us as a present. How Dharma display. Therefore, and anyone, outerly elements obstacle, innerly physical obstacle, all this material phenomena based on the changeless but unchangeable stabilization, wisdom, nature, everybody, we do have it. This kind of so much helpful to be realized, more inspiring, and seeing Dharma's activities, how affect the right way, not only this kind of temporary, and the long term, and the forever, only positive, beneficial, as a source, as a Dharma. And I want to tell you, please take this as an example to encouraging, inspiring to your own practice. Please do concentrate, practice, pray in Guru Rinpoche. And we have normally what I recommend you to do practice is in Guru Rinpoche. Samba Yudruma prayer. And especially there's 4 different elements. Has a special prayer in Guru Rinpoche, Samba Tundru, in the 13 different manifestation of Guru Rinpoche. Says Raju Melung Jungwe Parchu Yulu Nyenjing Jigbe Dushungse Yenye Tatsum Mebar Sowan de Ojen Jungwa Shiyil Hamurje Jungwa Rangsar Shiwar Tatsum Me Ojen Beman Jungna La Sowan de Samba Lungin Ruber Chingi Law. You can pray that kind of from bottom of your heart. With the trust. Doesn't matter this life, doesn't matter next life, doesn't matter I'm happy, doesn't matter I'm suffering, only you are the reliable. My body, speech, mind offer to you, I don't really care myself as the responsible, you are the responsible. This life, next life, bardo, all the time, and totally give that Guru Rinpoche, that's his job. If you do that, Guru Rinpoche's compassion, wisdom is never fails. And the shaky part, we never connected with that. Outer manifestation Guru Rinpoche, inner nature of Guru Rinpoche is the essence of our mind. Never separate, but we don't have any clue of inseparable wisdom. Therefore, teaching our teacher this kind of incredible circumstance introduced to us, then you can pray. Then your faith, devotion, Guru Rinpoche's wisdom, compassion got hooked up. Then totally we are saved. Doesn't matter temporarily, long term, this life, next life, bardo. Only reliable is Guru Rinpoche wisdom. Please do that. And also Thara practice, green Thara practice. And we have a tape and chanting, my chanting, the text, and teaching all of that together. They exist and helpful. Use that kind and the main things, trying to meditate, trying to find ultimate Guru Rinpoche, which is the nature of our mind. Inseparable way, try to integrate it, then merging, mixing, pray to Guru Rinpoche, pray to Thara, merging their wisdom mind, our own wisdom mind, and inseparable state of trying to recognize a moment clarity, luminous awareness, try to moment, remember that, and try to mindful, please do pray. Then I am praying, of course, our sangha, but not only that one. Whatever there's an earthquake problem, I do pray. Whatever there's a tornado problem, I do pray. There's a war situation, I do pray. And there's a fire danger problem, I do pray. As my experience, always works. Always works. And some years ago, maybe 10 years ago, other side of land, Sangha Chunguling, there's a fire started from the electric line, and it touched to the branch of a tree. Fire started, and the area, and the flame with the wind, really powerfully growing. Then I went to Drupda, near the Drupda, that fire. I told them better run and don't make a barbecue, that not really awful. Then I came back and the fires was running so fast. Then there's nothing to do. I thought just to pray to Guru Rinpoche. Then I just sit down and I did pray to Guru Rinpoche and trying to meditate. Then suddenly the wind totally stopped. There's no wind. That fire only burned area of 2 acres land. Then the fire stopped itself without doing anything. Then after that, the fire department came and some smokes in the ground. Then they put that down. The bigger fire it stopped itself. That kind of. Just I'm trying to encouraging you, and then we, as a container of Dharma, is so powerful. Only reliable things in Dharma, and have a faith, devotion. Try to put with the praying is not only word saying Guru Rinpoche, as have to come from unshakable faith from the bottom of your heart. Totally that way. Then Guru Rinpoche's blessing, your faith emerges. Then the secret, in the most secret, Guru Rinpoche will manifest. Then will be our practice will be very success. Okay, thank you so much. And I love you, all of you, and thank you all of you concerning praying, and we all, whatever we did together, has worked really well. Thank you.
You recover?
I had to take a little nap today. I'm ready for work though tomorrow. I'll go back to work tomorrow.
Okay.
No,
it's fires.
Last I heard, they were going to have everything contained yesterday. So they're going to keep staying here and looking around all the hot spots and stuff for us.
It sounds like it was such a fast wind, like fast fire, that it didn't really have time to burn.
Whole mountain got a fire, but that Drupda stopped. Drupda fence, Vajra Tent fence right here. How green that is. Look at this side. It's just incredible. Magic. 내던 바제 마주 무게 초 계셔 템베 몰라 세제 제제니네 골로 겐제 삼바 뉴도 조버라 진길 대단 수등 동라 공바다 테베 규도 트여 모사 여러분 소외 노든보 선제 근기 규라 랑쇼 지된데게 덴버라 온젠저 삼바 뉴도 조버라 진길 강라 내단 동에 면도겐 중부던단 개부 제밭 매주 전산 남단 직과제 체이 파다를 도게 내가 겹다를 다신도 마시데 소제 송기 고고겐 삼바 뉴도 조버를 진길 모호 저게사베메 롬볼라 공아 예젤링게 주벨라 장정 전부 베마 여용네 칸르 전부 틀라 소안데 삼바뉴도 루버라 진길로 랭에 제베 나미 되게베 내던 바제 마루 무게 초 계셔 템베 몰라 세제 제제니네 골로 옌제 삼바뉴도 루버라 진길로 대단 수등 동라 공바다 테베 규르 트여 모사 여러분 소외 노든보 심제 근기 규라 랑쇼 지된데게 덴버라 온젠저 삼바 뉴돈 조버라 진길 강라 내단 동에 면도겐 중부던단 개부 제밭 매주 전산 남단 직과제 체이 파다를 도게 내가 겹다르사 신도 마시베 토제 송신 고루겐 삼바 뉴돈 조버라 진길로 사주멜론 중에 바시기 귤은 진직베 되종체 인이 타송 마버고 원도 우겐 중화시 라모르체 용화라서 시월을 태송네 어겐 빼만 존에 라소한 삼발흥긴 로버를 진길로 사주멜론 중에 바시기 귤은 진직베 되종체 인이 다소 매버서 안데 어겐 중화시 라모르 중화라서 시월을 태송네 어겐 빼만 존에 라소한 삼발흥긴 로버를 진길로 사주멜론 중에 바시기 귤은 진직베 되종 인이 다소 매버서 안데 어겐 중화시 라모르 용화라서 시월을 태송네 어겐 빼만 존에 라소한 삼발흥긴 로버를 진길로
Huge one.
Yeah, really big.
Get a fire flag. Get a fire stop.
Stop at Gesar.
모호 저게사베메 롬볼라 공아 예젤링게 주벨라 장정 전부 베마 여용네 칸르 전부 틀라 소안데 삼바 뉴도 루버라 진길로 랭에 제베 나미 되게베 내던 바제 마주 무게 초 계셔 템베 몰라 세제 제제니네 골로 겐제 삼바 뉴도 루버라 진길로 대단 수중 동라 공바다 테베 규르 트여 모사 여러분 소외 노든보 심제 근기 규라 랑쇼 지된데게 덴버라 온젠저 삼바 뉴돈 조버라 진길 강라 내단 동에 면도겐 중부던단 개부 제밭 매주 전산 남단 직과제 체이 파다를 도게 내가 Kyabdan reza shendo machi be toje songshi guru yen samba nyudun robara jengi lo.